anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams, and these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, Oregon quarterback Dante Moore is so excited to kick off this season with Oregon. He surpassed an opportunity to be a high draft pick in the NFL to come back for one more ride after a disappointing college football playoff, showing last year he believes Oregon can take it all the way this season. And it will all ride on the Heisman hopes of Dante Moore and the Oregon Ducks. Guys?
Okay, Holly. And the Rebels will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. He's past the 30. Speeding down the left side. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Fires it incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Moore from the gun on third down. Fires toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Booster! Flat! Go!
4th down, Moore. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. The run inside. It's Lacey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. He's loose. He's at the 10. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. And guys, it is so tough to overcome a penalty in this situation. 3rd and long coming up. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Ducks. Stealing a score on special teams.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And the point after is good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Running inside, it's Lacy. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Pulls it on the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fakes the grab. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Going for the big play. And the timing just a hair off.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And the Rebels will punt this one away. The punt is headed out of bounds, and they couldn't be happier about that, given the danger of that return guy. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first...
And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Dante Moore. He fires one deep over the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, in college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that play.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. He caught it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Running the red zone. It's Lacy. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Right back to the well, and it didn't work again. It's third and goal. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. Batted into the air near the goal line.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on fourth down. From the gun, looking for a man. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Gets the first himself. Maybe some room here. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line, paved the way for a big first down.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Give to the back. Turning it on. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This drive, this offense is really focused on physicality. They're running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. You're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Cook. Pushes ahead for one, it's 2nd and 9.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Throwing right. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the catch, it's Cunningham. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And they'll just try to kick it out of bounds to make sure that thing doesn't get run back. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here's Moore to throw. Still on his feet. Here's the pressure. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Moore, play action. Oh, they're after him. Caught at the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And your number one goal when you blitz is to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable, and they didn't do it. They didn't get home. Quarterback had a little bit too much time. You could tell, felt too comfortable. Didn't even get a hit on it.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20.
Booster, booster. Go, go.
Moore. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first.
Break. So what's up?
They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
692, long check.
Might be changing the route.
Return, return. Square, square, square. Rock. Hydro, hydro. Move, move, move. Sweep, sweep. Level, level. Where did he go?
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. He's got him. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. There he goes. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And what a great job by the defense getting the turnover, but also giving their team an opportunity to kick a field goal here now with just seconds to go in the half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Hoosiers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback making checks. Throwing more. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Moore will throw. The short hands, it's Johnson. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dante Moore fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Ducks are in the hurry up. Run the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready? 30. Freeze. Go.
Here's Moore to throw. And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 1st and 10 coming up. Moore with the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The play action fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He wants to change this route.
Go, go.
In the gun on third down, Moore. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Makes the grab in their space. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
And the Ducks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. He might want another play. Moore. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Freeze. Ready, go.
Moore from the gun on third down. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback keeper. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, the ground game. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Quarterback may change this route. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Snagged out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Might as well give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Throwing more. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. picked off for the 4th time today.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Dante Moore finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots.
Touchdown, Oregon! Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Lacy. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Still looking for a man. He'll pull it down. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
And the Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the left. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Back to pass on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go play action with Moore. Going to try to get it himself. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
The Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. That's caught. It's Cook. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. After this, it'll be a wrap. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And he's thrown another interception. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead, because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these